Hello, mic is on. How you doing? Welcome. My name is Rob. Welcome to the live stream. Welcome to Tuesday. How are we all doing? I was just going to say welcome to the live stream, but I've already said that once or twice. Happy St. Patty's Day. I saw somebody say that in the chat, and I'm embarrassed to say that I was wearing a gray t-shirt, so I ran upstairs and put a green one on, as green as I have. So yeah, happy St. Patty's Day. I am Irish. Well, not directly, but what, 4 or 5 generations ago, I think, my great-great-great-grandfather came from Ireland. Anyways, what's new? What's new with you? Let me jump into the chat, see who's all here. If you have any questions for me today, put 3 Qs in front of them or after them. I will search on Qs or by 3 Qs to bring up questions. I'm here to answer any questions you have. Usually about starting a YouTube channel or getting over some struggles you might be having, but it can be anything really. Whatever you feel like asking me. I may or may not answer, but I'll do my best. Let's see who's here. Let's see who's here. Can you guys hear me? You guys can hear me? Sound is good. Okay, good. Thanks, Mike. You beat me to it. You told me before I even asked. Awesome. All right, let's see. Let's go right to the top here. We've got Crazy Stay is here. Stand there and talk to myself until I figure out why I am here. Oh, the poll. Yes. So I've got a poll, and actually I put it in 2 places. Let's quickly check that out because why not? Let's share this screen here. Does that work? Yes, it does. Posts, and there it is right there. So you walk into a room and forget why. What do? What does this have to do with YouTube? Nothing. It has to do with being in your 50s, I think. So most people say walk out and then back again, 60%, and then stand there confused, 21%, and then pretend I know what I'm doing, and then other tell me below is 5%. How does that compare to this? So I ran it in 2 places, there in the community posts, and also here in the live chat. So it's tracking pretty much the same. Walk out then back in again is number 1 in both cases. Stand there confused is number 2, and then yeah, isn't that funny? Cool. That's why, I mean, I think this is the first time I've ever done that, like put a poll in 2 different places at once just to see the difference, but there's no difference. So go figure. We'll check in on that, see if anything changes in time. Let's see now. So Crazy Stay is here. Mike is here. How you doing, Mike? Good to see you. How are we doing for size for my chat star? I think that's good. That's good. Outdoor Tennessean is here. How you doing? Let's see. Scott is here. Hello, Scott. Who else we got? Poke It Felting. Hi. How are you? Hey from Sweden. Kelly is here. How you doing, Kelly? Roads from home. At my age, it's the norm. Stop and think hard a few minutes, then turn around and go on with something else. Yeah. So it happens to me all the time. Like I'll leave my office for whatever reason. I'll run upstairs. I'll be in the kitchen. And it's like, why am I even here? Must be to get something to eat. So then I get something to eat and I bring it back down here and I'm here for not a minute. And then I realize why I went upstairs. So anyways, I don't know. Just wondering if it's just me. I don't think it is. I think it happens to the best of us. Hello, Taki Yaz. How you doing? Good to see you. The Veranda Files. I like that name. How are you? And Ocean Breeze, Callie. Hello, everybody. Hello to you too. Gen X is here. How you doing? Oh, I clicked the wrong one. There we go. Life with Gen X. How you doing, Jen? Let's see who else we have. OC Dobbins. We've got Steve in the house. How you doing, Steve? Tech Nomad from Norfolk. It looks like Norfolk, but I think you say Norfolk, right? In the UK? I'm sorry, I'm butchering that. Hello, thanks for stopping in. And Lisa, that's me, is here. Hello. All right, happy St. Patty's Day, everyone. If you don't have any green on, pinch yourself for me. There you go. There you go. I've got my green on. All right, let's see now. Good evening. The kites are enjoying the last couple of days of our holiday in Agadir before returning to the UK on Thursday. I hope you're having a great time. says you're enjoying the last couple of days. That's awesome. Safe travels back. Anyone in the PNW, Pacific Northwest? Is that what that is? I'm not sure. I'm certainly not. I'm on the Atlantic Northeast of Canada. Hello, Terry. How you doing? All right. So excited. My channel's starting to take off. Tons of engagement and views and all that. Awesome. That's awesome. Way to stick with it. And yeah, the longer you stay with it and the more videos you make, eventually it'll happen as long as you keep trying to improve. So congrats to you. That's awesome. We've got Catherine in the house. How you doing, Catherine? In New Zealand, where summer is still giving into autumn. That's unfortunate. Well, I mean, autumn's cool too. I mean, literally, it's cool. Cooler. Alrighty. And Karen is here. How you doing, Karen? Good to see you. Also from New Zealand. Alrighty. And Connie is here. How you doing, Connie? G'day from an Australian living in Vietnam. Very interesting. Very cool. So that is pretty late for you, or early, probably early tomorrow for you as well. Very good. Well, lots of people from that area of the world. Audio is great. Awesome. Thank you. All right. I'm Irish, he says, from New Scotland. Yeah, funny that. Yeah, I think Nova Scotia was mainly, I think, it's not mostly Scottish. I mean, there's a lot of English here and Irish, but I'm going to say there's probably more Scottish roots here than anything else, especially in Cape Breton, up northern Nova Scotia. And obviously our name, New Scotland, Nova Scotia, that's Latin. So that's where the name came from. But yeah, no, my ancestor came from Ireland. He was a boat builder, and he landed in St. John, New Brunswick, which is the next maritime province just to the north of us. And over time, I guess the Moors came to Nova Scotia. Does Peanut have a bit of green on? No, she does not. Actually, you can see she's right back there. No, I didn't even try. I wouldn't dare try. Good day, Cheryl. How you doing? Good to see you. All right, let's see now. What else we got? Lily, how you doing, Lily? From San Antonio. Must be nice and warm down there. Helen from the UK. Good day, Helen. And Heidi is here. How you doing, Heidi? CL is here. Hello. All right, let me start scrolling a little faster, see if we get to any questions. How is the weather? Actually, yeah, I kind of zoomed in on it a bit. I don't know if you can really tell. I still got my phone up there, but it's actually calmed down quite a bit. It was pretty nasty. Why? My picture disappeared. Here, let's put that back. There we go. There we go. Yeah, it's kind of nasty. I mean, it was really nasty last night. And when I say nasty, I mean really windy, warm, like all this, as you can see, the snow left in a hurry. I made a video, was it yesterday morning? It was yesterday morning, outside in that red chair that you see right in the middle. I was sitting there when I made the video, and there was snow. There was snow. So it's gone now. Funny how quickly it goes. All right, let's look for a question here. Who's got a question for me? I'm seriously considering starting a channel. Good for you. That's awesome. That's awesome. A lot of people here, I think, are seriously considering it and just need that little extra, little extra push to get you to do it. So you can do it. The only thing stopping you is you. There's a little push for you. Michael, hello from Alberta. I'm launching my midlife reinvention and bucket list vlog style channel this week. Is a channel introduction / trailer video valuable? Or do I just start posting content videos? Just start posting content videos is what I would do. Just, you can worry about that later. Your channel itself has very little to do, if anything, probably nothing to do with the success of the videos within your channel. Okay, so you can post a video on your channel. You may not even have a channel banner on your channel or any other videos. Obviously, you may not even have an About Me section filled out, like a description of your channel and all that. You can still put a video on that channel and it can still do well if it's a good video, right? And if YouTube knows who you're trying to reach. So yeah, the channel itself has very little to do with that. Later on, once you get some videos on your channel, you may decide, you know what, I'm going to select that video there and I'll make that my channel trailer. And you can select a different video to make it the channel trailer for subscribers versus non-subscribers, right? Yeah, I don't even know if that was even available as a thing when I first started. I can't remember now, but if it was, I didn't set it up until later. And the way, actually, it's been a while since I changed mine. Well, not that long. I guess, I think it's a video I made either in November or December that I now have as my channel trailer. And I always leave it the same, whether people are subscribed or not. Just personal preference, doesn't matter. Like, again, these are little minor things because the only people who get to your channel are people who probably already saw a video of yours and then want to click your channel name because they want to see what else you might have made, other videos you might have, right? And then they'll see your channel. And then, a video may play if you have a channel trailer video set up. So whether a video plays or not, does it matter? I don't know. I mean, if you have kind of an announcement you want to make that you want everybody who visits your channel to hear, that's a good thing to put there as a channel trailer. Some people will put an introduction video there, like just say, hi, my name is Rob, and this is what I do. And it could just be a short one. Introduction videos like that don't tend to do great because it's really not providing people any information that they might be searching for. It's not like people are out there searching for, like, pretend I didn't have a channel. It's not like people are out there searching YouTube for Rob Moore. Does he have a channel? And then, you know what I mean? And then search for me that way. That doesn't usually happen. Or I want to know more about Rob Moore. They were not going to go to YouTube to find that out, right? So, people don't typically search for intro videos of people who run channels. But having said that, not to say it's not a good idea. You can't. I don't think I've ever really made one. But you can, and then put that as your channel trailer, and then that's like you can set it up so it auto plays, right? And then it'll start playing automatically when people get there. So yeah, no, I wouldn't worry about that. Just make your video, post it, and then work on your next one. M's Field Notes from Colorado. How you doing? M, good to see you. House on Villa, first time here. Well, welcome. Welcome. I hope you enjoy your stay. Hope you're still here. I'm a little bit behind already. Let's see. All right. Happy St. Patrick's Day. I'm part Irish too. Awesome. Cool. Yes. Happy St. Patty's Day. Okay. Let's see. Aloha from Hawaii. Cool. Hawaii. Kentucky. KY Guy. Photos. Kentucky. Awesome. Question. Easiest video editing software for PC users. Yeah, I always have a hard time answering this. So, I mean, which one to you? The easiest? I don't think there's a right answer. I mean, there are some that are easy. Like some people ask for, what's the easiest? What's the cheapest? What's a free one? The easiest for a PC, I mean, CapCut's probably up there. I would say DaVinci Resolve. No, I wouldn't. That's not easiest. You asked for easiest. DaVinci Resolve is a free version and it can do a whole lot of stuff, but it's not that easy to learn. It takes a while. I'm going to say Camtasia, right? That's what I use. I used it for, I think, close to 10 years on a PC before I switched to Mac. Now I use it on a Mac, but it's essentially the same program. It's available for both. I love Camtasia, but that's probably because I've been using it so long. I think it's really easy to learn. I find it easy to teach people how to use it because it's not one of the high-end video editing platforms. And, maybe there are certain things that it can't do, like sophisticated tracking and color grading and things like that. But it can do some basic stuff, some basic tracking, some basic color grading, like adjusting saturation, contrast, and black and white levels and stuff like that. And in some cases, maybe that's all you need. I mean, I've played around with DaVinci Resolve's color grading, and I'm just like, right, it's just too much. Sure, Hollywood movies and Hollywood producers will use DaVinci Resolve to color grade their movies to get a specific look throughout their movies. I mean, that'll tell you right there at what level it can be. But I don't have the time to learn all that. I don't have the interest either in learning all that. And besides the point, I feel like you're not moving the needle much by dialing in colors that little bit extra, right? Your message, like what you're saying in your video, is so much more important. That's what people watch videos for. People don't typically watch a video like my style of video to say, Great, Rob's got another video out. I wanted to check in to see how the reds look in his video. Like, how good is the contrast and the color, and how, they don't. They just want to hear what I have to say for the most part. The people who subscribe to me and watch my videos, they want to hear what I have to say. They want to hear what I recommend, if it's a video recommending something or whatever, right? So that's why I don't put a whole lot of stock into dialing in colors perfectly, and I just do it my simple way. What else do I have to say? So yeah, easy video editing. My vote is Camtasia, and it's not just because I'm an affiliate. It's because I use it. I've been using it forever. I've tried other ones. I've messed around with CapCut a little bit, just a little bit more complicated, but still very, very popular. A lot of people use it, and there's a free version of CapCut, and it's available on Mac or PC or phone. What other ones? DaVinci Resolve, there's a free version, Mac or PC. I've tried that. I just find it complicated. I've tried Final Cut Pro. I bought that not that long ago. And I've made a few of my videos about a month ago with it, but it's just one of those things. I want to make a lot of videos, and if I want to make them quickly, I go to Camtasia because it's what I'm used to. Now, somebody else who might be using, I'm thinking of you, Scott, actually. I know you're a Final Cut Pro user. You've been using it, and that's all I don't know if it's all you know, but it's what you know. If I gave you Camtasia and you tried to do your thing on that, you'd probably find that, I find that a little bit harder because it's not what you're used to, right? So that's the bottom line. All of the video editing software that's out there, Premiere Pro, Final Cut Pro, DaVinci Resolve, CapCut, even InShot and iMovie on phones, Camtasia, I can go on and on. There's Filmora, there's a lot. I'm going to leave a whole lot out. All of them will allow you to edit videos like the kind I make. And you could do more than that. Like, they will all allow you to do whatever you need to do to make videos that could do really well on YouTube. That's a better way to put it. All right, but my vote's Camtasia. There you go. There you go. All right, moving right along. I just scrolled all the way down to the bottom. I just wanted to see if I missed anything right away. Rick says, "Hey Rob, looking forward to hearing what you have to say." Yeah, maybe you asked a question. Or let's see. Scott says, "Yes, I am very quick with FCP and would take forever to get something done with Camtasia. It's what you are comfortable with. That is, in my honest opinion, so important. It doesn't matter which." Yeah, and a lot of people get wrapped up in it, and I understand why. It's because as soon as you open a video editing software that you've never used before and you want to learn how to do it, it's overwhelming. Like, it's like a blank canvas. It's like, what do I do? It's not intuitive the first time you see it. It's like, I don't even see a video. How do I edit my video? Well, you got to load your video into it. Well, then, like I don't even know where to start. So here's what you do. You pick one. Ask questions like, what should I start? What do you find is easiest? So based on everything I say and others say and whatnot, recommendations, you're going to have to eventually pick one, right? And when you pick one, open it up. And then what I would do is, like, ideally you have two monitors, right? This is what I would do. I would open it up on one monitor and I would open up YouTube on another, okay? And I would say, okay, where do I even start? Like, how do I... Okay, and I go to my YouTube and I will type in beginner tutorial Final Cut Pro or Camtasia, whatever, and I would search for it. And I'd start watching videos, and eventually I will find somebody I like and that I understand what they're saying. In my case, I usually look for quick videos in that case because I look for micro things, like not just tutorial for beginners. Like, I may watch a video like that once and that might be a longer video, but then once I get into it, it's like, okay, how do I crop an image? I go, crop image, Final Cut Pro, search. And then, okay, that's how you do it, step by step. Great. And I'll do it, and I'll try it, and I'll do it myself. It's painstaking. It takes time. But honestly, that's the way it goes. That's my approach. Another piece of advice, I guess, would be the first time you go to edit a video with new video editing software, I would start with a short video. Like, maybe just film yourself talking to the camera about random stuff, and then maybe even film some B-roll. Maybe that's getting too complicated yet. But you know what I mean? Like film something, bring it into Final Cut Pro. And here's the basics. And I talked about this in yesterday's video a little bit. If you want to edit a video, but you don't want to do much, you just want to do the bare minimum, here's the bare minimum. You bring your video into an editing program. And I think the basics are this. Number one, find out where you want the real video to start. Okay? Because you probably pressed record well before you actually want the video to start. Maybe it took you time to sit down and then get back up and look at the framing to make sure you're in frame, and maybe it's recording through all that. Maybe you had a false start and you didn't like the way it started, so okay, start over. That's what I do. I will say something like that. Like let's say I just pressed record. Hi, my name is Rob, and I wanna no, start over. Hi, my name is Rob, and now start over. So that's exactly what I do. And then when I finally finish saying what I want to say in the video, press stop recording. Now I've got the video file, I bring it into my computer, and I'll bring that into my editing software, and I'll start moving the playhead, and I'll play it back. And you'll be able to see by the audio waveforms where, like I can see where I say start over, right? I say, okay, start over. Obviously I don't want the beginning of that. Let's go on a little further. Oh, I said it again. Okay, let's go on, right? And I identify the point at which the good video is going to start. Okay, I want to start right here. I'll make a cut. I will delete everything before that, and then so that's now my new start, okay? I'll do the same thing at the end, okay? I will chop off the ending if, the recording ran longer than, like, let's say I just want to end by me saying, and I'll see you in the next video. Okay, stop. Okay, so that whole bit, the very end, okay, stop. I'll cut that out, right? And then also, you kind of want to proof the whole thing, because maybe there's something in the middle you want to cut out too. You just make cut here, cut there, delete the middle, and push it together, right? Some editing programs will automatically push things together. Others, like Camtasia, you have to drag it and close that gap manually. So that's the basics, right? Delete the beginning, delete the end, cut out mistakes. There you go. There's your video. So that was another long-winded answer by Rob. Hope you guys don't mind. All right. Oh, we've got 2 thumbs down so far. What did I do wrong, guys? What did I do wrong? Where did I go wrong? I know what it was. Somebody asked a question and I didn't answer it yet. Let's try to, let's see if I can get 2 more thumbs up. There's one, up to 40. One more, we get to 41, we'll counterbalance the 2 negatives. Alrighty, let's see what else we got. Oh, we got a couple more thumbs up. At this point, I should thank the person who gave me thumbs downs. Thumbs down or thumb downs? 59. Wow, everyone's liking it now. Awesome. Steve has a question. Oh my Lord, 72. You're overwhelming me now. Thank you. All these St. Paddy's Day gifts just flying all over the place. Question, Steve. I went through a month-long period where videos got multiple thousands of views. Last 5 videos, those are about 500 to 700 views. Do you think it's maybe just the topic of the video isn't as good? Could be a number of things. That is a possibility for sure. That's usually what I default to. Okay, like because I go through that too, right? Sometimes you'll have a period, oh, I'm getting lots of views all the time now, and then all of a sudden it kind of crashes and not so many. The biggest culprit, I feel like, is usually the topic, okay? It's probably a topic that nobody cares about as much as the other things you've been making videos about. Things like this usually prompt me to go back a little bit into my catalog, like in my channel. I'll go back and say, okay, like what was I doing when things were going well, right? And what have I been talking about since? And just try to map it out in my mind, like, okay, and always trying to think, okay, when things were going well, I was getting lots of subscribers. This is what I was talking about. Okay, great, yeah. But lately, I'm not getting as many, and I maybe even losing some, and I'm talking about these things. But it's not just topic. It could be length of your videos. Maybe they're longer and people don't want that. Maybe they're shorter and people don't want that. Maybe you're making too many videos, right? And that is a strong possibility with me right now. I don't know if you've noticed, but there is a stretch of in 6 days, I made 5 videos. So last Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, took Sunday off, and then Monday, right? So Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Yeah, 5 videos in 6 days. That's a lot. And the numbers are a little bit lower, but is that the reason? Don't really know. Could be. I think it's a factor. But a couple other reasons. Number one of those videos was an ad. I was advertising my Creators Growth Project, right? That video never does very well. I mean, sure, there's people interested, but not 100,000 people aren't interested in that, right? In fact, a lot of people are dead set against people selling things through their channels. They just don't like it. They think we should work for free and just make videos for their leisure, right? But that's not the way it works. So we do that. So video like that doesn't do very well. That was Thursday. Saturday, I made a video, and I wasn't even planning on posting it that day. But the thing is, I had such fun making it. I made it on Saturday, and it was a comedy skit. I don't know if you saw that, but I posted it right away on a Saturday night. So problem number one, I don't usually post on the weekends, Saturday and Sunday, because historically they have not done well. So I feel like most of my viewers are watching middle of the week or during the week work days, right? Monday through Friday. So that's number one. So people who normally watch my videos weren't really in a watching videos mood. So they're just not going to respond. They're not online maybe, right? So there's that. And also, it was a left turn. It was completely different than the content I usually make, right? It was just a funny 2 minutes, not even 2 minutes, skit. It's just not what most of my viewers want from me, right? I think the people, like perhaps you here in the live chat, and those of you who comment on all my videos, those of you who I get to know because we communicate, you guys probably liked it because it was another side of me, me trying to be funny, and right? So you probably liked that. But, you know, the casual viewer who watches my videos for help, for inspiration, let's say, for specific things like how to do this to get better on YouTube, and they're waiting for my next video like that, they're not interested in stuff like that. And that's fine. That's totally fine. But that's an example of, you know, if you want to grow, maybe it's best to stay in your lane. But on the other hand, I'm also a big believer in try something new, right? Experiment, right? And if you've seen my Friday video, that was all about a new experiment that I'm starting that's going to run for the year, as long as I have the guts to keep going with it for that long. Because there's growing pains before there's benefits, is what I believe. And yeah, so that was a bit of a different video. Anyways, so yes, Steve, it could be the topic, but there are other things that could contribute to it as well. The bottom line, though, is don't let it get you down because it's normal. It is normal. And I made a video like this probably 6 months ago or longer. It was last, I'm going to say September, I think. And I made a video. It was something about, have you noticed that the views are down on YouTube? What's up with that? Or some, I don't remember what I titled it. But I had been seeing a lot of videos like that, and therefore I thought I should make a video like this if people are wondering why views are down. And then I made a video like that, and it did well, and lots of people were saying, yeah, it's down. Like, what's YouTube doing? They're stealing my views. I'm used to this, and now I'm getting this. Like, what's going on? It's happening to everybody, right? So I made a video like that. Where was I going with this? I believe that we see videos like that. If we watch some videos like that, then YouTube will show us other ones to watch. That's part of it. It's almost like a self-fulfilling prophecy, right? Like if you are wondering, oh, my views are down, I wonder why views are down, you go searching and you see a video, another creator made a video about that. Yeah, views are down, and this is why, and this is how to fix that. And so, okay, yeah, I gotta go fix that. I'll listen to him and I'll do that. And no, views are still down. Crap! So I'm gonna go search for it again. You find somebody else's explanations. Oh yes, okay, I'll do that. And you're just spinning your wheels and maybe getting off topic a little bit, like away from the topics that are the reason people subscribe to you. And instead of going, making that left turn, maybe you should go back to, all right, they liked this video. I should expand on that. I should not necessarily talk about that again, but like maybe hit it from a different angle. Or, okay, if someone's interested in that, what else could they be interested in? And then you write down some ideas. So yeah, just don't give up. Just keep at it. It'll come back. So one more thing, and then I'll move on to the next question. And I kind of alluded to this, but the fact that I made 5 videos in 6 days, that's probably too much for my casual viewer. So there's that. If you put out a lot of videos quickly in a short time span, not all of your viewers are going to have the appetite or to be able to watch them all, right? On the flip side of that, though, and this is something I'm going to test, even though I have a content calendar created, and that is if you go quiet for a couple of weeks, what's going to happen then? Like people might miss you. The next video you come out with might do exceptionally well. I don't know. I don't have proof of that. I kind of feel like that's kind of happened to me in the past. Like if I've not gone 2 weeks, but I've gone like a week and a half, and then that's when in my mind, I'm thinking, okay, the next video I come out with, it's got to be a good one, right? And then I'll come out with that, and then it typically does well. So there's that too. So scarcity, I think if you make yourself scarce, sometimes that might work. And that's the exact opposite of what I've been doing. So, so take that with a grain of salt. I see Nick Nimmons in the house. How you doing, Nick? Good to see you. Thanks for stopping in. 100% following what works is usually a great idea. There you go. Good advice. Whatever Nick says, listen, because actually, Nick, I have a confession to make because I was in on your live stream on the weekend, on Saturday, and you were talking about somebody, I forget who it was, but somebody mentioned, what exactly was it? I can't remember. It was something to do with ChatGPT and what if what's up with ChatGPT always being so friendly and always kind of stroking our ego and stuff like that. That is what got me thinking to make that skit video that I made Saturday night, like later on that day, I made that video. So you and Dee inspired me to make that. So there you go. Thank you. Even though that video is not doing very well. But that's just because people aren't expecting videos like that from me. So I totally get that. All right, let me see. What else we got? Mike says, anybody else having trouble seeing their text after they send it? Mine is disappearing, been happening all day. I'm unable to see my text in the chat. Really? Oh, I have not heard of that. Could that be a computer issue on your end? I hate saying that because people don't like to hear that. But I don't know what that could be. I have not experienced anything like that. I hope you get that sorted out. What type of camera are you using? So right now I'm using, that is the ZV-E10 by Sony. It's a mirrorless camera. It's got the Sigma f1.4 16mm lens on it. And I bought both of those before I even really got going on YouTube. And Nick, you're still here. I blame you for that because that's what I think it was this A6400 you were using. And I thought, yep, he looks great. I need that camera. And that was before I even knew how to make a video. So that's your fault. Anyway, I love the camera, but it stays exactly where it is. Like I don't move that. When I go film outside, I use my phone and a selfie stick. That's all I do. Super easy. I'm not knowledgeable enough in the photography and the camera world to know. Like, I still remember when I got that camera in the mail. It's like, yes, okay, cool. Here's the camera. I'm gonna set it up, and then I look at the back of it, and I go through the menu, and there's like 14 some odd menu screens, and it's like, what even is ISO? What is this and that, and shutter speed? And it's like, oh my Lord. The iPhone, you go select the camera app and you put it in 4K 30 and press that big red button to start recording and you're off to the races. That's it. Then you stop it, the video's done. That's just too easy. So that works for me. And I will also say that I get compliments on the quality of my videos. And they ask me, what camera are you using? And it's like, I'm using my iPhone. That's it. Yes, it's a relatively new iPhone now. It's the 16 Pro Max is what I use. It's, I guess, a year and a half old now. But before that, I was using my 14 Pro Max. So that's a 3 or 4-year-old camera now, or phone. It's really a camera that you can make phone calls on. And it was, I mean, to me, the picture's the same between the 14 and the 16. So, and for the video I made yesterday, I looked it up on Amazon. If somebody wanted to buy a used, or not used, if you wanted to buy one on Amazon, an iPhone 14, it's like $400 or $420 or something like that. I say that like it's nothing. It's something, but it's not $1,500 or whatever the new phones are today, right? And the camera in it's phenomenal, right? As long as you got enough storage space on there. That's all you need. All right. Alrighty, let's see. Here we go. You hear everyone state that you should tap your face and hit AEAF, so that's auto exposure, auto focus. But how do you do that when it's facing the other way? Or do you not worry about that aspect? I don't worry about it. I believe everything is set to auto anyways I know, like if I'm taking a photo of somebody, I'll tap their face when I'm taking the photo. Or if I'm taking a video of something and the thing is not in focus, I'll tap it to get it in focus. But no, and honestly, I don't know why. Maybe it just recognizes a face. Maybe somebody in the chat knows this, but with the iPhone, I turn it around. So I do look at the rear camera, the ones where you see the lenses and I can't see myself. And I guess that I'm in frame, right? You don't have to be perfect anyways. If you're making a walk and talk video, people want to listen to what you have to say more than they want to check if your framing's perfect anyways, right? So yeah, I don't worry about it and it works out. Like I'm always in focus. So I shouldn't say always. There was one time that I did turn I think I accidentally tapped the screen and then the rest of the video from then on was blurry because I was out of focus. And I think I even commented on that in the editing of that video. I still uploaded the video. This is about a month or two ago, I think. But anyways, you know what? If stuff like that happens, it happens. And, usually if something goes wrong when I'm filming something, if it's not really, really, really bad that I can't use it, then like if I went out of focus at a time, or if last week, this little thing flew off, like it blew off of my mic because the connection was getting loose. And I actually just bought some more of these. And the rest, I didn't know it. It came off as I was beginning the video and it was windy. And I didn't realize it till I went to take the mic off and it's like, oh, where's the dead cat? It's not there. And then I edited the video and I'm looking at the video and it was gone for the whole thing. And the audio was terrible because of the wind noise and all that stuff. So, but I still posted it. I still edited the video and I just put little text that popped up on screen that said something like, sorry about the audio, the wind guard blew off or something. I said that. So that's what I'll do, right? Just so people can kind of laugh along with me when stuff like that happens. So yeah, I don't worry about it and it works out, right? I think if your face is in the frame and things are set up to be auto anyways, which I think is standard, don't quote me on that, it'll be fine. And you know how you find out? Just do a test video of yourself and then look at the results. I did that yesterday, right? I'll set up my tripod with the camera and I'll play around with it so I think it's that I will be in frame. I'll press record and then I'll run around and I'll sit down in the chair and I'll test. Can you see me? Am I in frame? And I'll kind of move around like I think I might when I'm making the video. And then I get up, I go around, I stop it, and then I press, like I actually go to the Photos app and I press play and I watch it. And I just make sure I'm in frame. It's like, oh no, I have to, I have to move the frame up a little bit. So I'll make the adjustment. I'll do another test, right? That's the process I go through if I'm using a tripod. Yeah, there you go. I think that was the end of my thought. Alrighty, Cheryl has a question. When I type a message on live videos, my message disappears. For you too? Live videos, my message disappears. Why? It doesn't do it on my laptop, only on my iPhone 13 Pro. You type a message on a live video? Are you talking about when you're doing a live stream and you want to chat back with your audience? Your message disappears? I haven't experienced that myself. I don't know. I don't know. But that's two of you that mentioned something similar. So I'm wondering what that might be. Hello from Alberta. I'm launching my midlife reinvention and bucket list vlog style channel this week. Is a channel introduction. Oh, I've already answered that. Yeah, I answered that at the top of this very question. I don't know why it popped up again. All right. Let's see. Let me see what's in the chat right now. Just jump down to so we've got Monkey Wrench has a question. What is the toughest part of being a YouTube creator? Growing audience, coming up with content, or making money? Yeah, so I guess we got to get our priorities our priorities in order. So like if your goal is to make money, I would say that comes after. Like growing an audience, your focus should be on growing coming up with content. Geez, you always ask me tough questions. What is the toughest part of being a creator? They're all things you have to do, right? Making money is a totally different thing. Like if you're talking about making money outside of AdSense, right? Then you have to put your business hat on and start thinking about ways you can monetize what it is you talk about, right? Or do you want to get into consulting or coaching, or do you want to build courses or build downloadable digital products, right? Do you want to make and sell soap? Do you want to make and sell t-shirts and hats? So you have to figure that stuff out. And then once you know what you want to do, you have to figure out, okay, the marketing side of it. So there's a lot that goes into all that. Growing an audience is a completely different skill set that now we're talking about, okay, you want to grow a YouTube channel. So, okay, let's start with a niche. Like, what do I want to talk about? What am I good at? Right? So there's a lot of things you need to talk about or need to think about getting ready to grow a YouTube channel. None of it is easy, but it all can be fun. All right. So none of this is easy, but it can all be fun. Yeah. I feel like that kind of ends the sentence. What am I trying to say? Oh, you got me all flustered. I don't know if I answered your question. Give me a second. I need a drink. I want to read your question again. Where'd it go? Pop it up on screen here. Oh, no. That's a different question. You've got a lot of questions in here. Monkey, let me search for... There we go. Let's see. Oh, I just noticed. Okay, so I just searched for your name, and I got a bunch of questions here. And I noticed you said VidCon. I'm going to VidCon in June here in Anaheim. Oh, VidCon. Okay. Does anyone have any experience deciding on the pass to get? No, I've not gone to that, but I think I'm going to Vid Summit but that's not California. That's in, I think it's in Dallas. It's in Texas, and that's in the fall. So no, I have not gone to VidCon. I considered it last year, but I didn't end up going. I'm looking for your last question. Oh, here it is. What is the toughest part of being a YouTube creator? The toughest part is going to depend on your personality. This is where I'm going to go with this. On your personality. For me, I like looking at numbers, and I'm kind of a stats guy, so I'm looking at my stats and analytics too much. So I find that tough. Like you make a video, you think it's going to do well, it doesn't. You make a video, you just think, oh, I made this really quick. The idea just kind of popped into my head, didn't put a whole lot of effort into it, and all of a sudden, boom, it does really well. So sometimes it's hard to wrap your mind around that, the fact that things aren't predictable. Right? A lot of times you're taking a chance on making a video, not knowing how well it's going to do. Right? So sometimes I find that hard, just hard to deal with, not hard to physically do. Editing videos is hard, right? But it's something that you get used to and you get good at the more you practice it, right? All of these things are hard in their own way. It's all going to come down to what is your skill set and what does it allow you to do? What do you already know how to do? And therefore, what do you need to work on to get better at to grow your channel? Growing a channel is hard. right? But it's hard for different reasons for different people. Some people are naturally good at talking on camera and explaining themselves when nobody else is around and they're just looking at a lens. That can be really hard to do if you're not used to it and if you haven't practiced it before. But it's a learned skill that you can get good at the more you do it. I had a chat with somebody earlier. Was it earlier today or late yesterday? No, it was yesterday. She says she's very comfortable, like she has talked in front of crowds of tens of thousands of people, and she gets great responses, and she feeds off that, and she's really good at that. I would be petrified. Like going to school when I was younger, I always avoided crowds. I avoided getting up in front of my own class of 20 people because I was frightened to death of what they might think of me when I start speaking out loud. What if I forget what I want to say and all this stuff? I hated it. I was not good at it. So yeah, different people have different skill sets, and therefore there's going to be different things you need to spend more time on to get better at to be successful on YouTube. So talking to a camera, being confident on camera, being relatable, making content that people want to watch, right? That's the bottom line. Doesn't mean you have to be on camera. That's just the way I choose to do it. That's the way I think it's the easiest to do. If you don't put yourself on camera, I think there's a whole lot of other things you're going to have to do better at to grow on YouTube. Like, because you know, if you make something that you're not in, if you make a video that you're not in it in some way, even if it's just your voice, but even that can be replicated. Like, what is it about your videos that other people couldn't do? Okay? If that's a hard thing for you to answer, it might be hard to grow on YouTube. You need to differentiate yourself or your videos in some way. And I think the easiest way to do that, because you can do it without thinking, is to put yourself in your videos, because nobody else can put you in your videos. Well, that might not be true. Because a couple people created fake YouTube accounts of me with my name misspelled and started trying to get people's WhatsApp numbers. So just so you guys know, I'm never going to ask you for WhatsApp numbers. I don't even really use that myself. So yeah, if you ever see a comment like that from somebody who said, oh yeah, thanks for commenting, here's my WhatsApp number, contact me. Stuff like that, it's not me. It's somebody trying to scam you. You can report them, okay? So there you go. There you go. My Retired Path says, why is it I can talk easier standing up versus sitting? It's crazy like that. That's interesting that you mentioned that. I'm the opposite. I mean, the first video that I made that did really well, I was sitting, right? I was not comfortable, and I think that came across in the video. That might have had something to do with why that video did well. But I tried to make more videos like that, and they weren't landing as well. Then I started making videos outside, like a few months after that first video did so well, and I started having fun with that. I can tell you this, the first video I made standing up was an afterthought. Like, so I was going out for runs all the time at the time, and I had gone out for a run. And when I go for runs or walks, I'm always thinking about YouTube and what video do I want to make next? Like, where do I want to go next with my channel? I'm always thinking of video ideas, title ideas, how to start videos. Like, this is the kind of stuff I think about all the time just because I enjoy it. So usually when I'm out for a run, I'll put some mundane elevator type music on in my AirPods, and I'm running or I'm walking. And this particular day in September, I think it was, a thought occurred to me. It's like, this would make a good video. Why don't I just make a video out here? Like, I have my phone with me. I always have my phone with me if I'm walking or running, because that's where I get my music from for my AirPods. And it's a habit. I run with my phone in my hand. And I just thought, I got my phone. I didn't have a mic. I didn't even own the DJI mic yet. And I just thought, let's just do this. And I didn't have a selfie stick, and I just grabbed my phone and I held it up and I walked and I talked to the camera, and that's the first one I ever made. And I discovered from that several things. What did I learn from that? Number one, people wanted more of me making videos outside. So, oh, cool, really? All right. Because to me, it's like, who wants to see a bunch of green trees and, this like, I grew up here, I'm from here, this is all normal to me. But you got to remember, what you think is normal and kind of mundane, other people might think is absolutely stunning and gorgeous, right? So keep that in mind. So I learned that. I learned that I should have a new mic. That would be better, because I think there was a bit of wind. I think I thought I was talking through my AirPods microphone, but I actually wasn't. And the other thing I learned is this would be easier with a selfie stick. Yeah, so those were some things I learned, and it was shortly after that I went out and bought the mic and a selfie stick, and now it's my favorite way to make a video, holding the selfie stick with my phone in the end. So, but back to your question, why? Oh, the question's gone now. But I know what it was. It was why are you more comfortable standing up or sitting down? Sitting. I think you said sitting down or standing up. Anyway, I'm not. Whatever. Everybody's different, right? And that's why I think it's important to try it different ways, because you might not know what your favorite way to make a video is yet, right? You might be more, like, to me, if I'm just sitting down like this, I feel a little bit, rigid, and maybe this is not the type of video I want to make, or not as comfortable. But I found when I was on that chair and I was kind of more leaning in, like I'm having a chat with you, right? Like this, like just it's a chat, it's casual. That way worked well for me. And I feel then in my mind, I'm talking to a friend, right? Or when I'm on the trail, in my mind, the phone and the selfie stick, that's somebody who's walking beside me. That's like, I don't put the selfie stick like right in front of me and walk right towards it. Like, I've got it off to the side like this, and I'm walking this way, looking this way every once in a while. I'm looking down where I'm walking, and I'm talking to you and back and forth, and I'm not staring at the camera the whole time. I treat the camera like it's a buddy of mine who's walking on the trail with me. And I think that translates well into the video. So whatever you need to do to get yourself in a place where you're really comfortable talking about whatever you want to talk about, that's what you got to do. For some, it's standing. For some, it's sitting. For some, it's walking. Yeah. So, yeah, I can't answer why you prefer one over the other, but it's normal that you do. All right. Oh, I see Kelly said, gotta go. Glad I could catch you while off work for an appointment. Glad you could too. And you got to go back to work? Enjoy the rest of your day. Glad you could stop in. And you're probably gone though, so you probably didn't hear that. All right. Hey, CL, how you doing? Oh, have fun in nature, says hey. Let's see, hit that thumbs up. Yeah, hit the thumbs up. Oh, we're up to 126. Somebody took their thumbs down away. Thank you for that. I guess maybe I got to your question and I answered it, so you took it away. But we still got one thumbs down out there. Sorry, whatever I did wrong. Sorry about that. All right, let's see now. Let's go QQQ. Look for another question. Right to the bottom. I am German, living in Sweden. How would you build a channel around Sweden, nature, self-employment, and interviews with other expats while still keeping a clear niche? Yeah, one of the things I'm increasingly fond of, if somebody has several interests, is to pick one and then just let all the other ones kind of naturally be in your videos, but that you don't really talk about that much. So an example would, so in your case, German living in Sweden, and expats living in Sweden, self-employment, interviews with other expats. So maybe what I would do is probably identify 3 types of videos, right? So one might be expat interviews, one might be your thoughts on living in Sweden as an expat, and that's just you. Maybe that's a walk and talk style video. So that's 2. That's 2 ideas, and then maybe you have a third idea you want to throw in there. But it can all be kind of around expats living in Sweden. If you want to talk about the fact that you're German, that may not be the central part of your niche, but the fact that you are is just a characteristic of you, right? So that's just something that people might start to like. Oh, he's German. Yeah, no, that's cool. Right? But it might not be something that's actually part of your niche. Your niche is actually expat living in Sweden. Right? Or it could be expat living in Northern Europe, right? And Today we're talking about Sweden, like however you want to frame it. So yeah, so another example would be like somebody might say, okay, I like hunting and fishing, but I also like working on my motorbike. I want to make videos about all that. Can I do that? Yes, the answer is yes, you can do that. But if you make a dedicated video on how to change the oil on your motorcycle, and then a dedicated video on, how to go hunting and fishing in the same day or something, right? Like two totally unrelated things. And if you go back and forth between those on your channel, I think that's going to be a hard channel to grow because you don't have one singular focus. A better thing might be, maybe if the channel is about hunting and fishing, or even better, just fishing, right? Just pick one, and all your videos are about that. But every once in a while, you might have like the backdrop of you're talking about maybe how to make, flies, right, for salmon fishing or whatever, right? How to make your own flies and stuff. And you're making a video on that. Maybe your motorbike is in the background, right? It's in the background, and people might ask questions about it, right? Even though it's not something you're talking about in the video. So that's what I like. Like, pick one niche, but then the other things you're interested in, just have them show up periodically in your videos. And they may generate some curiosity and some interest, and people might ask you about them, and then you can tell them about them. It doesn't mean you have to make a dedicated video about them. And if you did, it probably wouldn't do well. And an example of that is on my channel, and I've talked about this before, so apologies if you heard this, but I talk about, growing a YouTube channel and how to do that and how to make a business around it and all that stuff, the videos that I make. But I'm also a sailor. I love to go sailing. I love the ocean, love the water. I live on the ocean, all that stuff. I could have easily made a sailing channel instead of this. But instead what I did is I said, you know what, I'm going to make a video on how to tie a bowline, right? How to tie a sailing knot. And I made that video outside. Had nothing to do with growing on YouTube. It was just, I want to make this video. And I made it, and it flopped, right? Of course it flopped, because all my subscribers, and I think I maybe was at 30,000 at the time, it was about a year ago, they're not here to learn how to tie a knot, right? Now, some people were super interested. Oh, Rob, that's awesome. Good to see another side of you, and, like learning, what else you're interested in. And that's great, and that's awesome. And because there's always going to be some of that, I think it is good to every once in a while do something different like that, like experiment, like have fun with it too, right? Not that I don't have fun with the other videos, but my point is, when you go way off topic like that, it's typically not going to go well. But that's okay. You try something, didn't work, okay, probably not going to do that again. It doesn't mean I'm not going to try something else later, right? I will. So there you go. Which is better, go live or make videos? Both. Door C. So making videos, when you make videos, in my mind, the way I think of videos, those are things that could do really well. Live streams are a way to build a community, okay? A live stream typically isn't going to go viral when people watch it after the fact. I mean, people could show up, watch it live, but then other people can go watch it after the fact. But especially if you go live at the same time every week like I do, like none of my past live streams are going to go viral, right? They're not going to do exceptionally well. And I don't make them for that reason. This is my way to connect with you guys, building the community, answering your questions. The comments section of all my videos is also part of community building, right? So live streams, I think, are fantastic for growing your community and helping to grow your channel. But it's your videos that are going to bring in the views. Okay, and use your live streams to promote your videos. Use your videos to promote your live streams. They work really well together. Okay, so yeah, door C, or door number 3. What is the best way to inform the algorithm of what your niche is? Keywords in title and thumbnail, always using the same words at an intro of a video. I don't think I would use the same words in the intro of a video. When I think of an intro of a video, I think of an introduction of just that video, not the channel, just that video. The best way to inform the algorithm of what your niche is to keep making videos on that niche. Just make another one, make another one, make another one. right? That's every time you make a new video, that is more data for YouTube to analyze and to test and then to measure the results in trying to figure out who you're trying to reach, right? It's going to take some time. It usually takes some time, especially if your niche is broad. If your niche isn't narrow enough, it could take them even longer. But just because you get a nice narrow niche, that also doesn't guarantee your channel will grow. You also have to make videos that people want to watch, right? So both. You got to do both. So yeah, there's really no keywords in the title. Yeah, if you're going to make a video that you think people might be searching for, then yes, you can put keywords in your title, because that's not so much the algorithm. That's more what people see when they're searching or when they're browsing through YouTube and what they want to watch. So they'll look at your thumbnail, they'll look at your title, and they'll make the decision. Do I want to watch this video, or am I going to choose one of the other 10 videos on my screen right now, 10 thumbnails, right? So, if you don't put the proper, I've seen titles that just say, "You'll never guess what happened to me today," right? There's no keywords in that, but a video like that could do really, really well, right? If someone clicks on, I wonder, that's an intriguing thumbnail for that title. What's that all about? They click in, and now it's up to the storyteller, the video maker, to keep them watching. And if they get in there and they see, this is a great story. Yeah, no, I want to see how this ends. Like, he did what? Like, right? And then if you're a good storyteller and then people watch all the way through and they're really engaged and they feel so engaged they want to comment and leave a like and now they're subscribing, that's all the stuff YouTube notices. It's like, okay, this is doing really well. Let's test it more. And a video like that can do really well even though it had no keywords in the title. Okay, so I wouldn't worry too much about the keywords and stuff, but maybe more so in the beginning before your niche is developed. But try to stay on topic with all your videos. That's the best thing you can do. And the more videos you make and the better you try to get at making them, the better. If you have not talked about this yet, I was late. No problem. You're still welcome. How did your ChatGPT comedy video do compared to others? Not so good. But that's okay. I kind of expected that. Let me just bring this up here. I kind of expected that. Let's share my screen. So this is my YouTube studio. If I go, so that's the video I came up with yesterday. It's also not doing fantastic, 8 out of 10. But again, 5 videos in 6 days I've released. I think that plays a part in that. And if we go, here it is here, the ChatGPT one, analytics. There you go. Not so hot. I've lost 2 subscribers. Actually, 1, 2, 3, 4. I've lost 4, but gained 2. So a net of -2. Watch time is way down because it's only, what was it? It's only 2 minutes long or so. Minute 46. 60% average viewed, which is high, but it's a short video. And 1,900 views. Again, might seem like a lot, but it's way below where I normally am at this point. Yeah, but again, to be expected. Now, if I come out with another episode of that, maybe it'll do better. But maybe not, right? It might not. Maybe shorts are a better place for that. But no, probably not. I'm probably not going to try that. Anyways, just something fun that I did. And I don't promise that I won't do it again. But it might be a little while before I do it again. I think in last week's video you talked about getting your first negative comment. We got ours last week and replied with a very nice reply. As you suggested, it felt good. It felt good to rise above it. Awesome, Aaron. That's awesome. Congrats. That's well played. Well played. Because it does make you feel. And I remember that feeling too. The first time I did it, the first time I got a negative comment, and I was thinking, like, what do I do? How do I handle this? Like, I can't believe they don't like my stuff. Like, what's going on? Like, what am I doing wrong? Right? But if you really look at it, and now looking back, it means you're on the right track. It means you're doing something right. They are likely jealous of what you're doing, or maybe they didn't, if they saw your video, if your video popped up for them, then it's probably along the lines of stuff they watch anyways. So, but something about it they didn't like. But again, it's totally on them. right? They are not the ones who are going to grow your channel, so don't even worry about them. But yeah, when you reply with niceness to a mean comment, it does make you feel good, right? It's like, yeah, I didn't stoop to their level. Because what's the alternative? If you do stoop to their level and you kind of fire back at them, something, maybe you come up with a clever comeback that might be an underhanded slight against them in some way, and you might think, that was kind of funny. Yeah, that's a good response there. But was it? Right? Because then everybody else sees the way you responded, and some people might laugh. But I'll tell you what probably will happen is if the other person gets that, their response might be, or probably will be, to fire back. And now you've got a battle going on, right? And who needs that? So good for you. Good for you. Line A, how you doing? I got Nexus clips and really like it and make shorts for my long form videos. How many shorts are too many? I want to have an audience that wants my long videos. Yeah, so exactly. So I wouldn't make shorts your focus. You're doing what I do. Just every once in a while, I'll make a short from using Nexus clips from my long form videos. And I'm not doing it to go viral. I don't want my shorts to go viral. I just want them to be like little mini ads for my own channel. And I can tell, like, if you look at your stats, you can see if shorts are doing well. Like I've got one right now that's still doing well that I made, I can't remember when, but it shows up in my top 10 videos. It's a short. It's got 40,000 views or something now. And it's like, okay, that's great. So we'll just kind of let that one go. It's doing its job. It's getting maybe some more eyeballs on me. And maybe some of them also watch long form videos. So that's cool, right? So that's why I do it. Branding reasons. To answer your question, if you have one doing well, I mean, if I didn't have any right now, I might make one or two a week. Until I had a good library of them. And if I see some of them are getting views, then I'd probably forget about them for a little while and not worry about it. And then maybe a month or two later, I'll make another one or two, right? So again, it's not my focus. It's just, just to have some out there that are actually bringing in some new viewers every once in a while. So I know I didn't answer your question, but there's really no answer to that. I wouldn't spend too much time on shorts. Just let Nexus Clips make one or two for you whenever you want them, and then focus on making your long form videos. Because you're right, you want to grow your channel with long form, or at least I do. I mean, again, some people like playing the shorts game, but that's not me. And if you're here, it's probably not you either. Just because that's not what I talk about. Have you ever almost quit YouTube? Absolutely. At least 3 times, maybe 4. Assuming if so, it would be in the beginning stages. I understand many people give up because of no traction. Wanted to see your experience in this. Yeah, so I've shown this to some people, some of you before, but let me go back and I'll show this to you again. If I go share my screen. So this is the spreadsheet that I use to track. It's my YouTube stats tracker. If you guys are interested in downloading your own copy of this, it's a pretty simple Excel spreadsheet or Google Sheet. Go to my website. There should be a link down below, and you can download the stats tracker. That's what this is. So anyways, without my data in it, so you can put your own in it, and I've got some instructions in there on where to put your data in. All right, so I track every month. So I started here, January 2021, with 9 videos. Came flying out of the gate. 9 videos. I got this thing. I'm going to be doing it. I had been watching Nick Nimmin and other people like that for months at this point. I already had my camera here. I was ready to go. And so 9 videos. Boom. It's like, yes, this is fun. At the end of it, so I started with 3 subscribers. And in that month, I gained 3 more for a total of 6 at the end of that month. So not so good. I got discouraged. It's like, this isn't working. I'm not going to get rich this way. What's going on? Right? Not that I was thinking that, but I at least wanted to see some better growth than that. So what did I do? I went 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 months without making a single video after that. Didn't make any more. But look what happened. The channel kept growing. right? 160 subscribers after that. And I looked at that. It's like, okay, so it grows even when you don't make videos? Okay, first lesson learned right there. Let's make another video. Made one here. Didn't move the needle much. But then I started to think, all right, the first of this year, I'm like one of these resolution types. Like when January 1st hits, I'm going to start doing this. That's the day I'm going to start exercising. That's the day I'm going to start my YouTube channel. So that's what I did. So I waited till then January, one video. Okay, so that might be one that I tried to do it a little bit different and it just didn't work out, right? So it's like, all right, then I made one the next, and then I started getting in a rhythm. I made 9, 4, 1, 1, and then June 2022, what happened there is I moved and built a house. And so I had to take some time off then, and I knew that was happening. But anyways, the bottom line there is I took, what's that, like a year off? And then I made 4. So you can see, I took several breaks, and it wasn't until here, March of 2024, that I finally said, you know what, I've taken several breaks. Now I know what I need to do. And that is when I started making 3 videos a week and doing 1 live stream a week. So I made 7 videos, 2 live streams that month, 13 and 6 the next month, and things started to grow. The number of subscribers I got started to grow. An incredible month there, but that was basically because of 1 video. But anyways, moral of the story is, not the moral, that's not it. To answer your question, yes, I gave up several times. Didn't think it was going to work. Didn't think I was cut out for it. People weren't watching my videos. But it wasn't until I put a solid plan together and forced myself to make these videos and put systems in place that things started to turn around. And then when I put myself on camera without a teleprompter and without a script and made my first video where I was just like off the cuff talking to that's when that June or that July video took off. And it's like, yes, people want this. And that was a huge aha moment. It's like, okay, so people don't like it when I talk to a teleprompter. They just want me to talk and make mistakes, I guess. And that was a really easy video to make. So let's start doing that. And then it just kept growing, making videos like that. So the more you make videos and practice this, the more you will learn. The more different things you try to do, the more lessons will pop up and you'll just learn things. As long as you're open to learning new things and trying new things, like the worst thing you can do is keep making videos the same way over and over and over again and continuing to get not great results over and over and over again and just expecting all of a sudden magically your videos to start taking off. It doesn't really work that way. In my experience, it's when I try something new that sometimes it fails and flops, other times it's done really well for me, right? And I'll even that even holds true on a video level. Like so, I talked about that video in July that did so well. Last March, I made another one that was slightly different on the side of a hill, and I superimposed some shots of that stash tracker actually, or another one, and shared some numbers. That video did really well. So the first time I talked about why I don't think you should tell your friends and family about your channel, that video did really well. That was the first time I talked about that really, and it was something new for everybody. It's like, oh, this is new. Like, tell me more. I want to. So that's one of the things I've learned. The more you can kind of change it up, the more I keep talking about the same things over and over and over again. Sure, it can be motivating and inspiring to hear that. And sometimes people need that extra push. They need to hear something 20 times, and it's the 21st time that is going to sink in. And they're appreciative of all those different ways I phrased it. But all those different ways of phrasing the same thing, those videos aren't typically going to be outliers and take off. It's typically when I try something new that something will take off and do really well. So, and I'm kind of in that mode now, trying some new things here and there. It's amazing what a little bit of time away can do. And I mean, my brain, anyways. It was lots of sun, lots of sea. Right, love the ocean. I was going to take surfing lessons, but I didn't. So maybe I'll have to go back, try that. But anyways, yeah, try new things. I quit YouTube before I started. Ah. Yeah, I get it. I get it. Getting thirsty is what I'm getting. How you doing, Feli? Feely? Sorry, I never know how to pronounce your name. Feli Nexus Journey. I've been, where to go? Yes, really good. I've been at 120 subs going for 2 years now. Yeah, I feel that pain. That can be discouraging. Yeah, it's just what I was talking about before. Maybe try something new, a different take, a different type of video even. Just to change something that your existing subscribers, this is the way to think about it. Try to think of something that your existing subscriber base would be interested in, but give it to them. So something slightly different than what you usually talk about, but then try to present it to them in a different way. I like to lean on more authentic way than not. So let's say, and I don't know if this is what you do, but let's say most of your videos are usually scripted. Well, try to come up with a different topic that's not scripted, something that you're comfortable talking about that maybe you could just spitball for a while. And if you usually make your videos indoors, maybe make this one outside. At a location that people haven't seen yet. And those two things together might be something that, oh, she hasn't talked about this before. Oh, where is she? Right? Like, so different things will resonate with different people. Some people will be so you know what I mean? Like, so my first video that did really well, I had so many different reasons given to me as to why that video did so well. Some people, it was because I was making mistakes. And it looked like I was going to crash and burn early, but then didn't. But I think people just kind of waited. It's like watching a train wreck. It's like as soon as it starts to happen, you can't take your eyes off. You want to see what happens, right? I think there was a bit of that. A lot of other people said, I watched your video 3 times because I love your cat. I just wanted to watch your cat and what it was doing in the background, right? So that was a reason for a group of people. The fact that it was something different that I hadn't really talked about before, like why I think you should start a YouTube channel if you're over 40. That was, oh, you haven't talked about this before, Rob. Yeah, I want to hear why. Like why. There was another group of people who didn't like that I've used the word must. You must start a YouTube channel. Some people got offended by that. Like, don't you tell me what I have to do. I'm not going to do that if I don't want to. You can't tell me that, right? So there was a good bit of that in the comments as well. So combination of all that made that video do really, really well. So anyways, just some things to think about. Let's see. AI Lig, how you doing? You need to have 1,000 subs and 4,000 hours long form view time to the YouTube partner program. You are not there yet. There you go. So someone must have asked that question, but yes, you do. And just for those who don't know, so to get monetized, just like what AI Lig just said, you need 1,000 subscribers and you need 4,000 watch hours. It's got to be, and I've been getting this question a lot lately. What about the watch hours from my videos that I now have unlisted? Well, they're not going to count. They have to be public watch hours. It can't be from unlisted or private or members only videos. Public. And also that 4,000 hours, that's in the last year, right? It's in the last 365 days. So like if a year ago you made a video and by itself it brought you that many hours and now you're just waiting for the subs to get the 1,000 subs, if you don't continue getting views or watch hours, once that video is 366 days old, it falls off the back end and now those watch hours don't count. Your subs count. It doesn't matter when you get your subscribers. But the window, the 365 day window moves as the days advance. Okay, so you got to keep that in mind. But if you don't, if a viral video caused you to be monetized, then it's something to be aware of and maybe concerned about if you're not able to, keep the ball rolling and continue. Generally speaking, if you have a video go viral, you can kind of, and especially if you're getting subscribers in from that video specifically, then you can kind of see, okay, that's what my subscriber base now wants. So if they want that, what else could I be talking about that might help them? That's the way you want to start to think. Because if they're interested in that, as long as you stay within that topic, perhaps they'll keep watching, right? And then maybe you wouldn't be in danger of falling out of monetization once that video is over a year old. Okay, so just something to keep in mind. But if you don't have a viral video and you're just kind of growing steadily and you just keep making videos and the growth is good, everything's going up, all is great, then once you cross monetization and the 4,000 watch hours, you're going to be, okay, that's for me. So for you, it's this way. You're going to be on this kind of a trajectory, and it should just keep going. I mean, no guarantees, but you have to continue to make videos that people want to watch. How many times do I say that in the run of a day? A lot. A lot of times. What time are we? Okay, I got to watch this. I do have, I'm not. So yeah, this will be at least 2 hours. So I'm going to be here at least another 30 minutes. But it won't be 3 hours long. Let's just say that. Monkey Wrench says, looks like once you hit 100,000, your channel grows much slower. No? In my case, yes, growth has slowed down, but I don't think that has anything to do with the magical number of 100,000 subscribers. It's more to do probably with the content I'm making and what people want to see, stuff like that. Now, there may have been a little bit because when I crossed that threshold of 100,000 subscribers, it happened in a live stream. I was live at the time, and I think it was 1 or 2 hours into the live before that happened. And I think there was a lot of people showing up in the live and they just wanted to see it. And they were subscribing. And I think some people even unsubscribing and resubscribing. They wanted to be that 100,000th person, right? And people were even saying that. Like once I hit it, they said, like people were saying, was it me? Was it me? It's like, I don't know. I have no way of knowing. So there was some of that. And then as soon as, I think within a half an hour of that happening, I ended the live stream. And then I think I was at 100,020 something. Like I think we went 20 some over. But within an hour, it was back down to 999,988 or something like that. Like I lost 40 subscribers within an hour of ending that live stream. So some people subscribed just because they wanted to see that. So, but no, things were slow. So in my channel specifically, let's just show you. I'll show you because I'm all about transparency. So if we go here, so what to look at? Look at this column here, my new subs, and here is the total, the running total. Okay, so new subscribers. So go back to November, 3,100 I got that month, 3,500 in December, 5,400 in January. That brought me up to 98.8. So that was a good month for subscribers. If you look at my views, they were 334,000, so they had gone up a little bit. Okay, and then February it went down. It went down, and it had gone down before the 100,000th. And where can I show you this? If I go here, go to analytics, give it a second to load. Here we go, and let's change the date to January. Okay, so let's look at subscribers. So there's that number again, subscribers, 5,400 in January. And you can see how many I'm getting per day, 255. So over 200 in a lot of days, right? And then it started to come down, like down below 100, 176. And then, okay, here, let me change this to custom. And we'll go January 1st to, I don't know, end of February. So 2 months. I'll apply that. And now you'll see here. So this is the day, February 7th, that I hit 100,000. So it had started to come down and then boom, went way up, abnormally high that day, 230, but then the next day, 60. Well, again, I lost other ones. So anyways, and then it's kind of been down there around 100 or so. So yeah, there might be some truth to that, but if we make this even longer, let's go back. Oh no, let's do this. Let's just go last year. The last year. So back in April of last year, there were some days I got up over 500 subscribers a day. And so there's really not, I mean, it's up and down. It's up and down. Right now, sure, it might, so that was the day right here. That was right around when I hit the 100,000 mark, but still, there was a bump here in January. It's down a little bit lower now. There was an obvious bump here. That was due to one main video. if we go custom and I go back even 4, let's go 2 years. There's all kinds of things you can do with the stats here, right? So right here, boom, you can see, bang, that was my first viral video in July of 2024, 1,500 subscribers in one day. And then it went down, up and down, up and down, and then that one petered out, and then boom, little bump there. I had a good video, October 24, and then we're kind of going down, down, boom, a little bump there, January 22. That was the Don't Tell Your Friends and Family video. So I got a boost there. I was 400 subscribers, 200 or so. Then it came back down. Boom. April and March and April, I had a video that is now my #1 video, do really well. And then it's so up and down, up and down. I don't know. There's really no, you can look at that all day long, try to see a pattern. There's no pattern. I mean, there's a pattern, but it's not something, it's like playing the stock market. Like, it's not something you have that much direct control over. All you can do is make videos and try to make videos that your audience wants to watch from you. That's it. That's it. That is the game. There you go. Here's a question. Since you're a native English speaker, but you also speak French in Canada, have you tried how it works? So I don't speak very much French. Je comprends un peu, mais pas beaucoup. That's about all I know how to say. I can watch hockey games in French and understand what's going on. So I can understand people if they're talking French to me, but I can't really say too much back. And luckily, in most cases, people who speak French also know English. So, you know, that might not be that helpful to those who speak French. Same thing I noticed in Costa Rica, right? Like they speak Spanish down there. I don't speak very much Spanish at all, like none. Like I know 2 or 3 words. Mañana is tomorrow. I know that. That's about all I know. I don't know much more than that. So, and my kids used to watch Dora the Explorer, so I saw some Spanish there. Anyways, what am I trying to say? I think those who speak English, like myself, have it a little bit easier because even though there's so many other languages out there, in a lot of cases, the people who speak those other languages also speak English. So I'm let off the hook a little bit in that I don't have to learn other languages. So there's that. So I understand I'm privileged in that way, I guess. I'm a little bit lucky. Plus, I think English is probably one of the hardest languages to learn. Not that I mean, I've spoken it my whole life, so I don't really know that way. But what was I trying to say? Oh, so for the language, I don't even really know what your question was. Is about in Canada. Have you tried how it works? So I've never made a video in French. No, so I have not. And if you're talking about the like the transcription and whatnot, I just kind of leave that all up to YouTube. I just focus on the language I know, English. And I'll admit I don't put any effort at all into trying to translate my videos to other languages. YouTube is working on that, and they're getting better and better at that. It may not be perfect. I know it's not perfect, but I just don't have the time to try to do that and translate it and transcribe it and all that stuff. Très bien. Merci beaucoup. Muriel Nicole, that sounds like a French name, so very good. Yeah, no, in Canada, so I'm in Nova Scotia, and we've had this chat before, actually, on this channel, but Canada, yes, is a bilingual country, English and French, and as I went up through the school system, I had to take French classes, as everybody does, but about halfway through school, all of a sudden, it's no longer mandatory. Like high school, you don't have to take French. Not in Nova Scotia, anyways. Nova Scotia, most provinces in Canada, and there are 10, plus 3 territories, but most provinces are not bilingual. The country is, the federal government is, but this province of Nova Scotia is not. It's English. Now, if you know, I go to a federal whatever agency, things will be written in English and French because every federal form has to be, like income tax returns and things like that. But it's really only, and I was corrected last time, but I don't know that we ever officially landed on what the real thing is, but I always grew up thinking New Brunswick is the only bilingual province in the country. Quebec, so English and French, provincially and federally. Quebec is French only, right? They don't need to have anything in English. And all of the other provinces are English only. But then somebody said that Manitoba might be bilingual too, but I'm not, I never heard that myself. So anyway, yeah, so a lot of Canadians know a bit of French. Most people in Quebec, like that is French primarily. But I believe the city of Montreal, which is in Quebec, there's a lot of English there, but Quebec City is more French. Anyways, I'm not, I don't know why I've gone down that road, but bueno. Bueno? Yeah, that sounds Spanish. Good? Does that mean good? Buenos dias? Good day? Dora the Explorer. That's right, yeah. That takes me back. That's a long time ago. I don't even know if that's still on, but my kids, I think my daughter used to watch that. Conquer Golf. Loved my first live stream, Rob. I'll hopefully be back for the next one. Take care. Awesome. Oh, okay. So I misread that. So this, you were here. This was your live. Okay. I thought you meant you did a live stream, and I was going to say, awesome, way to go. Anyways, no, glad you liked it, and come on back. Catherine says, birds of a feather, take some time off if you feel burned out. Even a week not thinking about content makes a difference. Your channel won't suffer. 100%. 100%. So I didn't see the original comment, birds of a feather, but yeah, if you're feeling burned out, take some time. Because you don't want it to be a burden, right? You want this to be fun. And if you're feeling burnt out, then it's probably not going to feel fun. If you feel like, oh, geez, I said I'd make 2 videos a week and I'm supposed to have one out tomorrow. I don't know what to make. And just relax. It's okay. It's all right. I've done that many times, just taking some time. And YouTube will be here when you're ready for it. Like when you're ready to come back. Sometimes time off is great for idea generation anyways. And to think about what direction to go with your channel. So... yeah, great words, Catherine. AI League says, editing is my favorite part of it all. Totally relaxing. Editing every single day. I don't know for how long you have been editing. Maybe you reach that point of joy someday. That's interesting. It's funny. Like everybody has a different favorite part of doing YouTube. So for you, AI League, it's editing. I think you're in the minority from most of the people I hear from anyways, and maybe that's because most of the people I hear from are wanting to get into YouTube, so don't have much experience with the editing. So maybe that, like you say, maybe that joy will come later. You know, I don't mind it. I kind of like it. I have fun with the editing, but I don't do much of it. Like I just, you know, sometimes anyways, my editing is simple, as you know. And you know, but it only takes me maybe 30 minutes, but usually 1 to 2 hours to edit a video. Whereas if I was editing like some of these highly edited videos, perhaps I would need 2, 3, 4 days a week even to make. And I don't think I would like that much of it. I really like talking to the camera. Like I like when I come up with an idea, it's like, yes, I can talk about this. And when I go outside for a walk and I talk to the camera, and that's my favorite part. I like that. And I like dealing with you guys. Like I like answering comments and doing these live streams. That's another favorite part of this for me. Harbinson Designs. Yes, Manitoba is also bilingual. So you're the second person that's told me that. And I grew up not thinking that. But I seem to recall somebody said that it seems like they are, but they aren't officially. And I don't know what, I don't remember. I don't remember. Yeah. The one that gives it away for me is the stop signs on the street. Like here in Nova Scotia, a red stop sign says stop. In Quebec, it says arrête, right? In New Brunswick, it says stop arrête. Like they're both there. Every provincial sign, not just federal, every provincial sign is written in both languages. In Nova Scotia, it's all English. Yeah, so what is it? Your stop signs in Manitoba, are they bilingual? I'd be interested to know that. Bonjour tout le monde. Bonjour, Life in Pixels. Let's see. Time for another drink. Illuminate with Becky. Rob, how do you get your soft background camera setting? Are you talking about this picture? Because it's probably to do with the lens. It's the f1.4. The fact that the which is called aperture. Again, I'm not a pro at this photography lingo, but f1.4, I know the lower that number is, the more blurry the background behind me being in focus will be. So to get that blurry background, you notice my cat back there, she's blurry. But if I went back there, we would both be in focus because this camera will autofocus on my face. Watch. So it should autofocus on my face, right? So now she's not blurry, right? How you doing, Peanut? But as I move closer, it'll focus on my face. If I get really close, now she's really blurry. Okay, that's autofocus. That the camera itself does the autofocusing, and that's the Sony ZV-E10. But it's the lens that gives you that depth of field, is something else you can call it. When if it's focused on me, everything behind me will be blurry, and the further away it is from me, the blurrier it'll be. So that's if you asked about this picture. If you're talking about when I make my videos outside, the background is not as blurry because I use my phone, and that's a flatter, you know, I'm still in focus. And then it's, you know, for things to be blurry that are not me, they have to be much farther away from me. Like if I used my phone in here, which I can, because here's my phone. If I press phone, there you go. So this is what it looks like with my phone. Same view, right? Peanut is sitting up now. It's like, where did you go? I thought you were going to pat me. But she's a little clearer now from my phone, right? The closer I put the phone to me, she gets blurrier. But that's about the same distance as the other camera, right? But if I switch back to the other camera, she's blurrier, okay? It's because of the lens. And let me show you the lens. Okay, so here is the lens that I'm using. All right, see how big it is? That's the, pay no attention to the dust. And again, I'm thinking of you, Scott. Yes, someday I will dust this, and you guys are going to say, wow, Rob, you dusted this week. But nope, not this week. So yeah, that's the lens, and that's the camera, and that's what I see. All right, so there you go. We'll go back to me. Okay, and actually, let me put this on this little tripod so I can move it around. Why is that? Oh, there we go. Okay, there we go. Another angle. Another angle, and I press the iPhone there, and now, oh, that's not a very good angle, but let's put it over here. There we go. Go back to me. Anyways, I'm just playing now. Sorry. So I hope you found that helpful, just to give you a little idea how I get the pictures that I get. Let's dive back in to the chat. What time we got? It's 3:45. Someday he will dust it. I just saw that, and we will be shocked. That's right. Yeah. Someday soon. Promise. That's usually when it's time to dust in here. That's when it's time to tear down my office and rebuild it in a different way. Then I dust. Uh-oh, it froze. I just saw. Is it all good now? My camera never sits in one spot long enough to get dusty. CL. Yeah. Yeah, this one does though. That's the thing. Like this one is permanently mounted on my desk, and it's always there. This is, and it's not just for these live streams. Like this is the camera I use when I do Zoom calls, like when I do coaching calls, or the program that I write, the group coaching. It's always with this, so it's always there. Like I would hate to be upstairs, like, oh, I've got a meeting in 15 minutes. Let me run downstairs and go do that. If this camera wasn't set up, that would be a real pain. So I've got this always set up. And that's why it's just so much easier to just grab this and go when I want to make a video outside. Oh, Scott says, when you get a chance, can you take a look at Tyler? Question about trading subs. Yes. Okay. Let me outdoor. Let me search for that. Sorry about that. Yeah, I'm not. And that's good for you guys to remind me if I miss questions. Here, is this it? When I started my channel, unfortunately, I tried the trick where you trade for subscribers. Now my channel feels like it stopped growing. Should I redo my channel? Yeah. So yeah, that's a big no-no. That's not, well, I don't know exactly what you mean by trade for subscribers. Did you like buy subscribers? Because YouTube doesn't allow that, but there are farms out there that will offer that to you. It's kind of a scam because it doesn't work and it hurts your channel. So yeah, if you, let's see, if you, sorry, I was just reading something else. I'm not frozen now. That's good. Thank you. The problem is if you, whether you buy subscribers or you use the YouTube promote thing, you're going to end up with subscribers who aren't really interested in your stuff, right? There's another reason they clicked, like, oh, it's an ad, I'll click on that and maybe it'll go away. Like maybe some people do that, right? Or if you're buying subscribers, like they're going to be empty subscribers. You want people to subscribe to you who want to watch more of your videos, right? That's what you want to be the reason that people subscribe to you, because they are the ones who are going to be notified when you come out with another video, right? So what good is it to have a bunch of people subscribe to you who don't really care what videos you make? So you make a new video, YouTube goes and tests it on your subscribers, which include a whole bunch of people that maybe you just bought or promoted for. They're not going to watch. So that's just going to make your retention graph look horrible because, or your click-through rate, people just aren't going to click. So that's going to be way down. And people aren't going to watch your video. Even if they click and get in there, they're going to click away. So YouTube's going to get all bad signals from that video, and they're just not going to push it out anymore because they got bad signals. Wow, even the subscribers don't like this video. Okay, so we're not going to try to find new people for that one, right? And they'll wait for you to upload your next one. But if you've got a big pool of subscribers that you didn't get organically, that's the key. You need to get them organically. And the only way to do that, the best way to do that, is just to keep making videos for them that they want to see. Stay on topic, like, and don't buy them or trade for them, or I don't know exactly what you did. But so now to answer your question, it's going to depend on how many subs you got that way. Okay, what percentage of your subscribers did you get that way? Right? If it's a large percentage, then yeah, you might want. Well, it also depends on how far along your channel was when you got them. So I don't know. Like the way I look at it, like, and I've thought about starting other channels even as part of this experiment. Like maybe I start a new channel about something completely unrelated. Right? You could start like if you know how to make videos, right? If you've been making videos for a while and you know how to make videos now and you feel like you're better at talking to the camera and you've leveled up all the skills you need, right? So that puts you in a really good place to grow a brand new channel. Okay? So the reason I'm saying that is, let's say you have 1,000 subscribers now, but maybe 750 of them came from, trading, whatever. And they didn't organically subscribe to you or YouTube promote. And you only have 250 natural subscribers. Well, I would be inclined to just start a new channel, quite honestly. Like you can try to revive the channel, but if it's just not working, don't delete your channel. I wouldn't do that because why delete any channel, right? You can have as many as you want. What I would do though is I would create a new one. And I would, okay, this is my new channel. This is going to be my focus. Like I've got my videos on my other channel. Great. That was practice, right? Now I'm going to get serious. And, I mean, you could have 1,000 subscribers in a month on a new channel. And then it's growing like this. As long as you grow it the right way and get organic traffic and you're making videos all in one niche and people know right from the get-go what your channel's about, you'll have a much better chance of succeeding there. And when I say you could have 1,000 subscribers in a month, you may not, but you could also have 100,000 subscribers in a month. Like it's not unheard of. It can happen. It has happened. No promises. That's not normal. Normal would be just good growth, but good growth and constant growth isn't constant. Like it's more accelerated, right? As long as you keep doing it, keep pushing that wheel down the road, your growth should accelerate and increase. So yeah, I would have no hesitation in starting a new channel if I already have the skills. Like right now, no, heaven forbid, I don't want to lose this channel, but if I had to, I would start over, right? I'm not gonna, but if for whatever reason I lost this channel, I would start over, and I'm confident I'd be able to do this again. If I wanted to start another channel about something else and it was a laser focused niche, I'd feel confident in starting a new channel. I'd have to think long and hard before deciding whether or not I would tell you guys about it, because you may just be curious what I'm up to over there, but that wouldn't be organic. If I told you about it, it wouldn't be organic growth, right? So I'd probably keep it quiet and I'd just apply my knowledge. Here's a new channel, not telling anybody about it. Let's go. So there you go. There you go. I hope that helps. Hope that helps. Let's see. Let's see. I'm looking for a specific question because somebody asked one. Here you go. Here you go. Heidi. How you doing, Heidi? Good to see you. I noticed recently that the audio volume is lower on posted videos when I used my DJI 2 versus Boya mic, which is not adjustable. I apparently adjusted something on my DJI mic, and I don't know what. Okay, so full disclosure, I have never altered the settings in my DJI mic or the receiver, okay? And you can adjust it on both. Now you have the 2, so I have the 1. Mine's different, but I believe the 2, you can also adjust it on both. And the levels, I mean, another word for it is gain. Like you talk about it, adjusting the gain. So you can turn the gain up on your mic itself, and exactly how you do it, it might be through software. I don't know. I can't tell you that. Or it might be through the receiver itself. It's got a little touch screen. But you can also adjust it. It's not the same thing, but you can adjust gain on the receiver itself. That's a different gain than the gain on your mic. But then the third way is, as long as you don't have any distortion that was captured, then you can fix that when you're editing your video. You can always raise the volume in your editing program. I think all editing programs allow you to do that. Just raise the volume there until it's louder. So that's a couple different ways to do that. But the rule of thumb is when you're setting your gain on your mics, like if you have a mic that is adjustable, you'd want to set it to where you think it's right and do a recording, and then bring that into your computer, listen to it back, see if it sounds good. You want to make sure there's no clipping or distortion, or like some will show, like if you can see the green line bouncing, if it bounces into the yellow and then into the red means clipping and distortion. You don't want that. It can kind of get into the yellow, that's fine, but red is bad. You don't want that. So yeah, if you find that it's going into the red, then now you're having the opposite though. It's not quite loud enough. Try turning the gain up, right? You should be able to find that on YouTube somewhere in a video or in the DJI website, how to adjust the gain on the DJI 2 mic and or receiver. And just try a little bit first. Just adjust it up a little bit and then try it again and see what it sounds like. It's a trial and error thing, unfortunately, but once you find out where you like it, you can leave it there and it's probably good forever, as long as you always put the mic in the same place on your shirt. Okay, that's kind of what I do with my mic. Instead, again, I've never gone into the settings of the mic, but I noticed if it was like up here, like if it's on a collar and really close to my mouth, it might be a little bit high, but if I put it down, oh, your comment's in the way, right here, like just like 3 or 4 inches below my collar here, if it's right here, that works for me. So, and I just learned that over time. So I hope that helped. Okay, so I think I see German in the chat, and I don't know German at all. So if it's a question for me, I'm not going to be able to help. Question from Renegade's Garage: is using CapCut for editing videos still not safe to do? So my understanding is that if you download the program onto your computer and you do all the editing on your computer, then they don't ever get your stuff anyways, right? Because you can use CapCut in the cloud. and you can upload your stuff there, and then it's in the cloud, and then you make your videos and you export your video. But the stuff you put in the cloud, the problem was, like last year, they changed their policy, and CapCut said, if ever you do that, we own your stuff, and we can use it and maybe sell it to whoever else might want to use your stuff, like as B-roll or something, right? That's what everybody got upset and concerned about. I don't know if they ever I never heard that they reversed that policy, so I don't know. But I believe that if you use their software offline, like on your computer instead of in the internet, that you should be fine. I think. I don't know for sure. Question: between coffee and sunset, when you make a new YouTube channel, will the other channel be affected in any way? No, they're unrelated. Even if they're within your same YouTube account, but you have multiple channels, unrelated. One doesn't affect the other at all. You were just motivating. Okay, gotcha. That's good. I trust you. What would you film if you were running a vlog channel? Me? I don't know. Like, that's... I'll put it this way. I wouldn't decide, oh, I want to make a vlog channel. Now, what should I talk about? It wouldn't be that way. I would first identify what I want to talk about, and then I'd say, okay, how do I want to do this? Vlog style? Maybe this, right? That's kind of the way I'd approach it. I'd identify my topic first, and then I'd figure out how I want to present. And so I might make some vlogs, might make some talking heads. To me, vlog is a funny word anyways, because it's a bit... It doesn't explain things very well. Like, vlog means something different to different people. Some people say my walk and talks outside on the trail are vlogs, but I never thought of them that way. In my mind, a vlog would be, just documenting your day. This is what I do in the run of a day. Some people are more interesting than others, but maybe somebody lives in a camper van and they vlog that lifestyle, and every video is a different episode. That's vlogging. Or someone wants to show off their New York City apartment, and this is what I do in New York every day, and here's where I go buy coffee, and that's a vlog, right? So to me, those are vlogs, but to others, like what I do, even though I'm not just describing what I do every day, I talk about specific topics in my video. The fact that I go and use my phone on a selfie stick, to them, that's a vlog. So it's a word that has different meanings to different people. All right. I got 1,300 subs from a promoted video. Currently, my channel has a total of 1,850 subscribers. That is 550 subs gained organically from one video that got 21,000 views. Should I start a new one? I mean, I probably would. I don't want to tell you to do that, though. Like, that's oh, I've got to start a new channel because Rob said I have to. I don't want you to take that away from it, but I probably would, because I'm confident that I could make videos that could grow a channel if I had a fresh start. 1,300 of your 850 subs is a large proportion that you got from promote. So that, if you want to keep trying to grow that channel, you can. Like, try it for a period of time. Give yourself some time and make some videos and see how it works. But if you're finding they're just not getting the views because YouTube now just does not know who you're trying to reach, I would start a new channel. I would, because again, 1,850 subscribers, you might be able to make them up in a month, right? You might be able to get them all back in a month. They may be different, but so that's what I would do. Catherine says, sorry, I'm late. No problem. Better late than never. Thanks for stopping in. For my first YouTube video, should I introduce myself and the content I will be covering? No, I wouldn't do that. I would not do that. I would wait and do an intro video later. I still haven't done one on my channel. I could. And then if I did, I would probably make it my trailer video. But that's not a video that's going to do well on my channel. But that wouldn't be the reason I'm doing it. An intro video, don't do an intro video because you think that's going to help the algorithm know who you are, what you're about and stuff, because that's not really what it's about. It's about introducing subscribers to you who have subscribed and now they went to your channel to check out more about you. So yeah, I've got no problem doing an intro video, but I wouldn't make it my first video. I would make all my first at least 10 videos about what it is I'm going to be talking about on the channel. You want YouTube to try to get clarity on who your audience is as soon as possible. And an intro video is almost going to work against that. Okay? Catherine says it's a video vlog. That's right. Well, that could mean that it's anything. Any video you make on YouTube could technically be called, if you're logging certain things, like, yeah. I guess, yeah, the log part of it, video log. Actually, video blog is what I always thought. Like, it's like a blog, like a, anyways, yeah. I just find it a funny word, and I have a hard time defining it. Let's see. Roads from home. First full week in the books. Do you recommend one video a week so the algorithms can do their work, or would 2 be a better strategy? It's whatever you can do. If you can do 2 comfortably and not get burnt out, I would do that. And space them out every 3 to 4 days. Maybe pick Tuesday and Saturday, or Monday and Friday, or Monday and Thursday. Whatever works for you. And that's what I would do. I would do 2 a week if you can comfortably. Now, if that's going to put extra stresses on you and it's like, oh, I'm going to have to work extra hard, that's going to be hard to do too, then don't. Then do 1, maybe do 2 every once in a while, do a second one in a week. But mostly it's 1 a week. You can do that too. It doesn't have to be rigid. You can change, right? This week, I'm only going to do 2 videos, and this is very shortly after I just told everybody I'm doing 3 videos every week now. Well, last week I did like 5. This week I did 1 yesterday, and I'm going to do one. I'm going to do one Thursday. I'm not going to do one tomorrow, and I'm not going to do one Friday. It's going to be Thursday, Monday and Thursday this week. Next week it might be Monday, Wednesday, Friday again. Like, you don't have to set your schedule so rigid. You can be a little bit flexible. So 2 is better than 1 a week. If you want to grow your channel, but I wouldn't worry about it too much if, you can't, your schedule can't handle that. Let's see. Who is your inspiration? Who is my inspiration? I get a lot of my inspiration, I don't know, all over the place. It's hard to, for starting YouTube, I'm going to say Nick Nimmin was probably right up there, number 1. The guy I watched the most when I was trying to figure this all out. I also like Peter McKinnon. He's a photographer, videographer, I guess now, but I think his background is photography. He's a guy in Ontario. I love his stuff. He's funny. I like Peter Lindgren as well from Sweden. He's a good one. There's a lot. So yeah, no, there were people that I liked to watch for their camera reviews. People that I like. There was one guy who was really good on the lighting, and I forget what his name was. Right. So. Yeah, I'm a big fan of YouTube, right? If there's something I want to learn, I go to YouTube and I go to the search bar and I'll start searching for stuff. And all you have to do is find 1 or 2 that you like and watch them, and then YouTube gets good. They start, oh, he's watching this stuff now. Okay, we're going to serve him more of that. So YouTube then kind of picks up the slack, and I don't have to search for as much. It starts knowing what I want. So those are a couple for you anyways. Okay. Can I live stream from both of my channels at the same time? If I wanted to do that, like the same thing? No, I don't think so. I don't think you can. What I'm thinking of is if you have 2 computers, right? And one's logged into one and one's logged into the other, but then they would each have to have their own camera. Right, so I mean, you could do that. You could live stream from your phone through one account and just use the phone camera, and then live stream from your computer through your other account. You could probably do that, as long as, actually this is important, as long as your video upload speed supports that. So what I mean is, where I am, I've got cable internet, so I have great download speed. It's something like 500 megabits per second download, but my upload is only 16 megabits per second. So in order to live stream at 1080p, I believe I need around 6,500, or sorry, 6.5 megabits per second. So of the 16 available, I'm using 6.5 for this. And you need a buffer too, right? If I were to stream from 2 devices, I would need 6.5 times 2. I would need 13. That's getting a little close to the 16. I might have trouble. There may be some more buffering going on, right? The same thing is if I wanted, from Ecamm here, if I wanted to co-stream, like if I wanted to stream from this one channel but to 2 places, to YouTube and to Facebook, for example, that would require double the upload bandwidth as well. So I'm not going to do that. You would need I would need a healthier upload speed to be able to do that. So just some things to think about when you're deciding what you want to do. I think an introduction video would be beneficial if your story is a bit complex, but helps explain why you're qualified speaking about the subject matter in your niche. Interesting, it could be, but just be prepared for that intro video to not do very well on its own. Unless, yeah, no, I understand what you're saying. So like if you're talking about, I don't know, let's say you're talking about medical advice, but you want people to know that you're a doctor and what your qualifications are, then okay, yeah, maybe an intro video might at some point be a good idea. I wouldn't rush it though. Like if you're trying to grow a channel, leave that for a bit if you want. Like no one's going to say, you can't say that in your video because I don't know if you're qualified or not. Like you can delete that comment, A. B, if it ever comes up in your comments, you could say, you know what, that's a great idea. I should probably make a video explaining this a little bit better and what my qualifications are. Then you can kind of put it on your list. All right, 10 videos from now, I'm going to make this intro video, but I want my first 10 to help direct YouTube to the right way, sending my videos to the right people, right? So that's probably the way I would handle that. If somebody called me out on my qualifications and I felt like I probably should have a video explaining my history and background and stuff, if I felt I needed to make that, then I'd probably put it on my list. But I wouldn't put it high on the priority list just because 1 or 2 people said I should clarify that, right? That's just me though. Like it's not, it's totally up to you. Just got a super chat. First super chat of the day. Thank you very much, Sandy Nog. Let's go find that and pop that up on the screen. Thank you very much. I really appreciate that. Very generous of you. You say, Mr. Rob, quick question. My laptop webcam isn't great. Most laptop webcams are not great, just so you know. Thinking of getting an external one for YouTube Lives. What do you recommend? What do you use? Sending love from Vancouver. Awesome. Other side of the country. So, depends on I mean, any external webcam you get is probably going to be better than what you have in your laptop. I know the Logitech, what was it called? C920, I think is what it was called, was a very popular one. That's probably great. Okay. They've also got, I think it might be called the Brio, Logitech Brio, which is a 4K version of that, even better. And those you could probably just sit on the top of your laptop or on a tripod behind your laptop if you want. What I use, right now I'm using a bigger camera. I'm using a Sony camera with a lens, but this is not necessary. If I press this button, I'll be using my iPhone. So this is my iPhone, and I can use my iPhone as the camera as well, right? So if you like this picture, then without the window in the background. If you like this look, the coloring and all that, that is what you get from an iPhone, okay? So if you have, just switch cameras again. If you have an iPhone and your computer is a Mac, then your Mac will recognize your iPhone as a webcam, right? You just have to turn that feature on in your iPhone. It's under General, and then AirPlay and Continuity, and then turn Continuity Camera on. I think that's what it is. Once you have that on, You fire up your streaming software, whether it's YouTube Studio or Ecamm Live like I'm using, and you can select that as your camera. Instead of the webcam, you can select your iPhone. It'll recognize it. So that's what I do. If you don't have a Mac, then you can't do that. But what you probably can do is plug your phone into your computer somehow. Now, I don't have experience doing that. I'm not sure. But if you're not able to figure that out, then absolutely you could just get a Logitech webcam and put it on the top of your screen. But I use my phone. I use my phone. It makes for a great webcam. All right. Liam A6. Where are you? I don't see you here. I saw you there, but here you are. Liam A6. Everybody say hello. Excuse me. Say hello to my son. That's Liam, my son. I recommend the Logitech C920. Awesome. I might even have one unless you have it, Liam. But I don't use it anymore. Thanks for stopping in. Are you supposed to be working? Work over. Let's see. You stream through OBS? Please show your stream settings because your quality is really good. No, I don't. I use Ecamm Live. It is... oh, Liam just said, I have your C920, LOL. You can keep it. I don't need it. No, I don't use OBS. I use Ecamm Live. So, yeah. And as far as stream settings, if you like the quality of the picture, that's got more to do with the camera than the actual settings in the streaming software I use. I haven't added any filters or anything else like that to the settings. This picture is just from the camera. Liam said he's supposed to be working. He was never here. Nope. Eyes are closed. I didn't see you. See ya. Maybe I shouldn't have called you out. Let me see now. Hi, Liam. Oh, you're getting lots of highs there, Liam. How's your video going if you're still here? How's your video doing? Liam's about to start up his YouTube channel again. So if anybody wants to check that out, go ahead. Or maybe I shouldn't have said that because you might get people who aren't that interested in your content and they just want to check out your channel. So that's a dangerous game. Sean Chin. I recorded 12 videos I edited and I posted 2 today. Each has 2 shorts that go with it. When should I post the rest optimally? So, wow, that's a lot. You've been hard at work. So what I would do is I'd probably put, even though I just did a 6-day period where I released 5 videos, I don't necessarily recommend that. I would probably post them one every 2 to 3 days. Like, whatever you think your comfortable schedule is going to be, that you can keep doing for the foreseeable future, I would release them at that pace. So if that's 2 a week, do that. Or 3 a week, do that. If you can, if your pace is going to be 1 a week, then, maybe you want to, if you have 12, maybe you want to jumpstart your channel by doing 2 or 3 a week until you get caught up and then kind of settle in on 1 a week. As far as the shorts, I would not, if you want to grow your long form channel, I wouldn't focus on shorts at all. What I would do, if you've got some made, then great. But I wouldn't even think of them in terms of your regular schedule. Like what I do, if I'm going to make a short, then I might post it on the weekend or on a day that I don't post a long form. But I don't put a ton of thought into it because, again, for me, the shorts are just to promote my long form video. They're not anything I want to go viral anyways, right? Because that might mess up the algorithm with, knowing who I'm trying to reach. And a lot of times shorts viewers don't watch long form anyways, so you don't want to grow your channel with shorts and then try to grow a long form channel. It might not work. So yeah, I might even hold off on the shorts and not even release them at all until you've got several long forms on your channel. And then every once in a while, just kind of release a short here and there. They might help bring some extra people to your channel. So I hope that helps. Liam, I'm still working on the video. It's been a struggle. I feel so awkward with the camera on. If only you knew of somebody who could talk you through those struggles, and somebody who might have been through this before, the struggle of talking on camera. I don't know, maybe if you know somebody like that who has a YouTube channel maybe that talks on camera a lot, maybe have a chat with them. Might be able to help you a little bit. I might even know somebody. How are you today, Rob? I am fantastic. How are you doing? Pandaficial? By the way, what's the time in Canada? Because it's 2015 here in Europe. Well, in Canada, it's anywhere from 12:15, quarter after noon, to half an hour, 4:45. We've got like 6 time zones. Right now, it's 4:45 here in Halifax, in Nova Scotia. But yeah, no, Canada's a long country, so we've got like 6 time zones. AI League, he cannot afford your services. Oh yeah, he can. Yeah, yeah, he gets a friends and family discount. We'll call it a family discount because you guys are all friends. Yeah, we know a guy. Is 8 to 10 minutes too short to be classed as a long form? No, not at all. Not at all. I've made, well, my second last video that I posted on Saturday was a long form video, and it's 1 minute 46 seconds long. I've also made one that's 59 seconds long. So you can totally make short, long form videos. Absolutely. 6 time zones, we've got 1. Yeah, well, New Zealand is kind of, it's more like up and down, right? Well, this way for you, up and down, right? So if your country is long that way, then you one, like Chile, for example, kind of a large country, but it's long, and it's long or vertically, so it's probably only a 1 time zone. But Canada's wide, lots of time zones. What is an easy peasy video editor for tech phobes? This has been really helpful so far. Easy peasy video editor. I'm always going to recommend Camtasia because that's what I use, and I find it super easy. But it's also because I've been using it for a long time. So, you know, they will all do all the things. You just have to find one and kind of run with it. Find one that fits your budget, that maybe you've seen a couple of videos about and you think you can wrap your head around that one, and run with that one. They'll all work. But I think Camtasia is easy to learn. Lots of people think CapCut is easy to learn. iMovie, if you're on a Mac, iMovie is a free one that's relatively easy to learn. And if you get to like that and you want to upgrade, then Final Cut Pro is kind of the natural upgrade path from iMovie because it's also Apple. I would say that one's an easy one to learn. I've played around with it and I can see how to do things, but I'm just so used to what I know. That's what I can't stress enough. Once you get to know one, it's going to be hard to switch to something else because there's always going to be some shortcuts that you wish that you got used to over here that you wish were over here. And some of them allow you to create shortcuts, so that there's that. But yeah, so what is the best placed lighting so there is no glare on my eyeglasses? I can't seem to get away from it. So here's the thing. With the glare from your glasses, sometimes you might see glare in mine. If I look up this way a little bit, you'll see them. That's when I'm kind of pointed at the light. So my light is a little too close to my camera, probably because, right? So here, the rule of thumb that I've seen and that works for me is if this is your line of sight to the camera, then go 30 degrees away from it. So put your light off to the side from your camera, and then go up 30 or 40 degrees. Okay, so a little bit up and a little off to the side. That'll reduce the amount of times that the glare will be seen in your glasses. If you use a ring light and poke your camera right through the ring light, you're always going to see that in your glasses if you're looking straight at the camera. Right? So that's the thing. It's going to reflect back what you're looking at. Now, if your light, now this get a little technical, but if your light is like 30 degrees that way, I only have to look halfway, like 15 degrees towards it for you to see the glare. Does that make sense? because it's got to travel. The light has to travel, hit my glasses, and then bounce back into the camera. So if you put the light 30 degrees away, you'll see the glare 15 if you move your head 15 degrees. Same with the up. If you move the light 30 degrees up, you only have to go up 15 degrees before the glare to get there. So the further away you can put the lights and the further up, and I say up, I mean you could go down, but generally the more flattering look is if the light is above you and not below, generally speaking, but you can play around with that. Yeah, there you go. There you go. It's 4:21. I'm going to have to go soon. I do have a meeting at the top of the hour. The glasses thing is very frustrating for me. I film without wearing them because of it. My friend needs hers, so I'm always trying to fix the light for her, and it's so frustrating. Yeah, just get the light away from the camera. That's the bottom line. Get the lights away from the camera. Sometimes that's hard to do. Sometimes people will use the window as their key light, and they want to face the window. But it's better if how do I say this? Like I can put the camera over here and not like right in front of the window. Put it over here, and then that'll light up kind of one side of your face. That's the other thing too. Like I don't know why people tend to put like the ring light, for example, the camera right through it, because I guess that would be like a more consistent light over your whole face. But I've seen some things that, like generally speaking, like if people are professionally lighting somebody up for a video, they generally have one side brighter than the other, right? The brighter side is your key light. The other side is just a fill light. But you can do it without a fill light. Now, this is not going to work very well. If I turn that light off, notice how I got darker on that side? There's still a little bit of light there because I got the window open. Or not open, but a curtain drawn. So that's if this one, which is more face on, right? It's not exactly in the right spot. I go really dark if I only have that one on, okay? Without that on, really dark. All right, so the reason my light is so close to the camera is because the light is as far away, it's mounted to my desk. Both my lights are mounted to the desk, but I've got a really wide monitor and I wanted it to be centered in the desk, and that meant this camera had to be way off to one side of the monitor, okay? So that's why this light is so close to me. Okay. I think newbies do it because the ring light adds show that's set up, and they'll have a phone holder in the middle of it. Yeah, that's right. That's right. And it's not bad. Like again, we're kind of splitting hairs here. Like somebody asked, like, how do I get rid of the glare? Like that's technically how you do it. But again, I'm always going to fall back to, if your video's not perfect, it's okay if your message is good. Like you can have bad lighting, you can have bad audio, the wind blowing into your mic and the audio's not very good, but if you've got something really important to say and some people really need to hear it from you and they really want to listen to it, your video can still do really well, like really well. With a bad camera and bad audio, like you can get a 15-year-old phone that films in 720p, and the microphone on it is horrible and the picture is grainy, but if you can make a video like that with that and upload it to YouTube, you still have a really good, if your message is good and people want to hear what you have to say, that video can still do really well. Like YouTube doesn't penalize videos because the quality is not good at all. They're only listening to what does the audience think? How much are they watching it? Are they clicking? Are they watching, right? I think audio is very important. I'll pass on bad video quality, but if audio is bad, I'm out. Yeah, some people think that way. And, if you have a very limited budget and you only have, let's say you have $200 to spend and you want to do YouTube and you're not happy with your video and you're not happy with your audio, then I would recommend you put that $200 towards the audio. So I agree with you there. If you're going to upgrade something, upgrade the audio first is what I would do. And I'd get a mic. And that can support average video all day long. Like you're right, people will forgive bad video before they'll forgive bad audio. But that said, I think the audio has to be really bad for people to stop watching an important message because of that, right? Scott said, Liam subs about to skyrocket. 3, 2, 1. If you're going to subscribe to him, you're going to have to watch his videos and like them. And really like them. What's more important, background or audio? Oh, that's a interesting question. Background or audio? So I think, I don't know, they're both important. What's more important, lunch or supper or breakfast? They're both important. I mean, again, how about door number 3, the message? That's more important than both. The message you're delivering in the video. That is the most important part. But, you know, I think variety is important. So if you've got your audio, you got good audio, again, yeah, no, I would probably, background is free the way I look at it. Like, going back to my previous example, if you had $100, $200, what would you spend it on? I'd spend it on the audio still, even if background was an option. Because background, I can just go outside. I've got a background. I could be in my office. I got a background. I think changing up your background is good. Like, and I know a lot of people will have channels where the background's always the same. Maybe they got their workbench behind them always, and it's always the same. You know, some continuity like that is not necessarily a bad thing. It's good for branding. People will recognize that. But I still say, like, if that is your thing, every once in a while, hit your audience with something else. You walking on a trail, you at a beach, you walking down a city street and talking. It's like, whoa, I'm not used to this. What are we talking about now? What is this about? That, I think that piques people's interest and causes them to stick around just a little bit longer. A little change like that. I personally like backgrounds that move. And what I mean by that is, instead of sitting down and you got a tripod on you, pick your camera up and walk. And therefore the background will be changing. I think that to me is the same or very similar to using B-roll to try to keep people's attention, right? If you're just sitting at a desk and you're making a video and you're talking about something, it has the potential to be boring. If your message is good, then okay, great, that's good. But if there's any part of your message, if you feel like, you know what, here's a place where I might start losing people, well, how do you keep from losing people? You can throw in some B-roll. Maybe you did some B-roll of you showing your office. You can throw some of that in there. That just changes things up for people. Oh, this is interesting. Okay, I'm still hearing the story. Go on. I'm looking. And then, you know, B-roll helps with that. Well, if you're walking outside, the background is changing all the time as you walk. That kind of negates the need to put in B-roll to keep people watching, because your whole video is going to be B-roll, right? So anyway, I got to go, guys. It's 4:29 and I've got to get ready for a meeting. Before I let you go, if anybody is interested in the Creators Growth Project, I'm still accepting applications. It is not full yet. Let me share my screen. Where are we? Start here. Down here. This here. The Creators Growth Project. So it's a cohort. It's a group of people. We ran one in December. There were 10 people that went through that. And I learned a lot from doing that, and they got the help they wanted. And I'm still doing some sessions with some of them. In fact, so that was a 6-week program that we then rolled into a monthly. We now get together once a month in the Alumni Hub. Anyways, the second class of that is tentatively scheduled to start March 30th, so 2 weeks from yesterday. And I'm looking for 8 to 10 people to fill that. It's about half full now. So if you're interested in that, go to this page, go to my website, and you can apply for it. So where you go is my homepage right here, robthemaritimer.com. Click on Start Here and scroll to the bottom, Apply Now. That'll get you to this page, okay, if you're interested. So there you go. There's the plug. Thanks for joining me today. And what did I just see? Yep, I'm kind of boring. Oh, did you ask a question that I missed? Or that was me talking about being boring. Anyways, thanks for stopping in, guys. I'll be live again next Tuesday, so join me again there with your questions. And the only other thing, I believe I'm going to have a video out for Thursday, so watch for that. All right, guys, take care. Have a good one. Bye.